Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rusty 78609, just leaving Walmart in Ruidoso, New Mexico. It takes about 30 minutes to get here from my home base in Carrizozo, New Mexico, which is not too bad. Gasoline here is the cheapest I saw. It's $3.05 a gallon. It's cheaper in Carrizozo than it is here. So, yeah, it's amazing. $2.99.9. They wouldn't dare say $3 in Carrizozo, but yeah, it's a breezy day. It's cool here right now in Ruidoso. It's 61 degrees and wind blowing, I think, out of the north. But anyway, we're just going to talk a little bit about RVing and boondocking and trying to enjoy life on the road. Or even though I'm not on the road right now, I am at a home base. A guy there says, "Help, please." Got him a cardboard sign that says, "Help me, please." Okay, but enough said about that. Boondocking. If you're going to go boondocking, first thing you got to do is get organized, number one. And number two, you got to learn how long it takes to charge your battery. Under a variety of circumstances, whether you're using solar, that's going to be slower probably than a generator. But you just have to maintain your battery. If the battery's comfortable, you'll be comfortable. So that's how that's going to work. And whether you have a AGM or lead acid or lithium, doesn't matter. Just make your battery comfortable, keep it relatively full, and you'll do just fine. And as far as being outdoors, boondocking out in the boonies with Mother Nature, that's a whole new situation in that you can win the insect lottery, and by that I mean you can end up being in an area where even though the temperature is comfortable, you're not comfortable because you can't sit outside or you can't cook outside because of biting insects or whatever. Particularly the worst ones for me are the no-see-ums. I've said that a million times and I'll say it again. Where I've got my home base now, fortunately, there are not yet, or I haven't noticed any, no insect issues whatsoever. No biting flies, no mosquitoes, or I haven't noticed any. There may be some there, but I haven't noticed them. And no see-ums, no, I can't see them, I can't feel them, so they're not there. And so that's one side of camping, is getting you a site that is kind of bug-free. And you never know that till you get there, because somebody might tell you that they were there a few months ago and nothing happened with the insects, and then you go there and you're inundated by mosquitoes. Well, that's how the insect population changes. That can change rapidly. But as far as climate, that's something you've kind of got under in full control. You can be in almost full control of that, because you have every imaginable device, app, and other things to tell you what the weather is going to be for the next several days in any given area of the whole world, I think. And it'll tell you the wind levels and humidity levels and all kind of stuff. So yeah, all of that's very helpful. Many years ago, campers like me, we didn't have any of that stuff. You just had to guess. You had the weatherman on TV drawing with a magic marker, which didn't, for the two or 3 days, they were actually pretty damn accurate. But when you got past 3 days, and that's almost still the case today, they're better today than they were several years ago, but still not perfect. They do miss occasionally, but they're still better. Things are getting better. So, yeah, and then preparing to go, that's always something that people ponder is, what do we take? Well, take anything that is hard to find. In other words, if you use a special cream on your body or soap or whatever, be sure you take plenty of that, because chances are you get out here in the West, you're not going to find it. You might and you might not. Now, if it's something you get at Walmart, you got it made, because Walmart's everywhere and you won't have any problems. And what else? As far as drinking the water, in the various campgrounds, and I've seen people using some really complicated filtration systems for water, and that's their choice. On the other hand, that Camco screw-on water filter that just screws onto your drinking hose, that's fine. I've never had any water issues. In other words, I've never had any intestinal problems like down in Mexico. Never had any issues like that. And I've drank the water, right out of the tap, no problem. So, but I always smell the water. I don't know why. I think it's just psychological. But, if it has a kind of a fresh smell or no smell, that is a good sign. But if it smells like rotten eggs, well, good luck with that. And then what else can you do? Well, as far as taking your bedding and stuff, because that takes up a lot of space, particularly in the winter, for winter camping, because I've got a comforter that's in a big old leaf bag, plastic bag, and I keep it. I'm fixing to bring it out today, but it does take up a lot of space. But the difference between me and most RVers is I full-time RV, and I live in my RV. Now, for those that just go out for a few days at a time or a few weeks at a time, then that's a totally different breed of cat, so to speak. But yeah, living in an RV full-time, you got to have your summer and winter stuff, and hopefully not much of that, because you don't need much stuff. You'll find out real quick once you start RVing that you've got too much stuff. That's the first thing you'll find out. We took too much stuff. And, I got two or three pair of jogging pants, and 2 pair of shorts, like shorts for wearing around outside. And that's it. And I could wear the same thing every day for 2 weeks, and no one would even care, and I don't care. But I keep my clothes clean. I don't want to go into a restaurant or a grocery store and people start moving out of the store very quickly. I want to keep my hygiene. I want to stay clean. Yeah, this is I can't remember the name of this road. Something Canyon Road, Cave Canyon, or whatever it is. But it's a kind of a short cut over to 48 and then over to 37, which takes me back to Carrizozo. But what else about camping? The main thing is to enjoy it. That's even if you're living in sticks and bricks. The main thing is to enjoy your life. And the question that most people forget to ask themselves is, what do I enjoy in life? What are the things that I enjoy? Well, not many people really take time to think about that. What I enjoy, I'll tell you. I enjoy taking a drive like this right now. I enjoy taking walks. I enjoy reading books. I enjoy watching some old YouTube movies, old westerns and stuff. And every now and then I'll watch a documentary. And one of the things that I do, and now most people can do it, and within a few months everybody will be able to do it, and that's to have excellent internet access no matter where you are. Right now, it's kind of limited, but most places have some cell phone signal or Wi-Fi available for you to access the internet. Is that helpful? Well, yeah, it is, because it's a good way to check out weather, directions, find campsites, and a lot of other useful things. So, but with Starlink, Elon Musk's deal, that's coming on strong and coming on quick. I look for it to be available next year everywhere in the U.S. At a price around $50 or $60 a month with a $300 upfront charge. They're going to cut the prices dramatically. Well, it's a cash flow machine. Once they've covered most of their research and development, R&D, and other costs, that's just like gravy, and they'll recover. If they get the subscribers they have said they're going to get, they say they've got like 100,000 people already or pending and more waiting. I look for them to have 1 million subscribers in a couple of years. I think it's going to grow that fast, because there's a lot of people that live in rural areas and in countries that don't have good internet access, that this will be a godsend. And for me, will I use it? It depends. You know, they're going to make a ruggedized dish that you can use for traveling in an RV or on a boat. And will that help their revenue stream? Sure. Every RVer out there will have it. You know, you go into campgrounds and that's all you'll see is that little dish on top, because Wi-Fi, for those of you that are unaware, even though it's available, it's not the safest way to access the internet, because any little 10-year-old hacker can hack right into whatever you're doing and watch what you're doing. You should be aware of that. That's why I don't use Wi-Fi unless I'm just trapped into it, which is rarely, because I got Visible Wireless, which is owned by Verizon, and it works great. So guys, we'll let this go a while. I'll let you see. It's a whole different view from the desert, you know, the high desert where I am in Carrizozo. This is the Lincoln National Forest near Ruidoso, New Mexico, elevation approximately 7,000 feet. And where I live, it's just flat desert land, a valley, 5,500 feet high. And so it's just total variety. I mean, this is like the other side of the coin. And here there's traffic, and there's not. But good, it's good to know they've got a little grocery store now that has several items. You know, got some produce and stuff. And they also have that little Tiny's Cafe. I bought a pizza there last night. It was like $11 with tax. And it's a large. I think it's about 14-inch large pizza. And it came with 3 ingredients. You know, I got bell pepper, black olives, and pepperoni with extra sauce, well done, thin crust. Yeah, and it's okay. It's you know, it's about what you'd expect. It's just okay. And I understand they make a good green chili cheeseburger, and I may try that sometime in the near future. But I don't eat out that much anyway. But it's just good to know that if I decide to do something, I can drive 2 miles or 3 miles to the cafe and get me something to eat. You know, that's kind of cool. Yeah, and it's been kind of cool in the mornings too. And as far as, you know, I don't know if I've got issues with my battery on the RV or not. You know, yesterday, you know, the first night, the next morning was good. You know, the battery level was okay, like 12.2 or whatever it was. The second night, the morning, the battery was like 12.0, unbelievably. I don't know why, what changed. I didn't do anything different. And then last night, it was okay again. So I'm not sure what's going on yet. I'll have to check, figure something's cutting on and off. I don't know. I don't use anything. I don't even use the fan because I don't have to. The Max Air vent fan, I haven't been using it because it's been cool enough. See, like right now here in Ruidoso, it's 58 degrees with a high today of about 70. And in Carrizozo, where I'm headed right now, the high today is supposed to be 74. And tomorrow a little cooler, and on we go. So, but yeah, we're zooming down these hills here. I like, it's kind of different to be driving through the mountains. Of course, there's more traffic, and they have a lot of, you know, like they'll have you'll come to a 4-lane, you know, like you'll have 2 lanes on this side, and then a mile down it'll say right lane in. So they have a lot of that stuff, and that's not one of my favorite things, particularly when I'm driving or towing an RV. You know, you get in the wrong lane, you got that car behind you, or your trailer behind you, or car behind you, whatever you got, and then you know, just abruptly you see this arrow, lane in, you know, and there's 9 cars over in that other lane. It's kind of stressful. That's when I do my deep breathing stuff. So we'll let this go a while because it's just a pretty drive and it's a pretty day, and we're not going directly into the sunset sunset for any of this, I don't think. Now see, like right here, we're gonna hit. It's gonna this lane I'm in goes to the right, and there's a car right beside me. See there? I think, yeah, right lane ends right up here. Crazy, man. Yeah, they don't give you much room either. But again, that's life. You know, you got to just learn how to deal with that. Then we got to go down here and hit Highway 37 and go left. If we went straight ahead, this is Highway 48. It goes right on into Capitan. And down here about 2 or 3 miles, you can turn to the right and go around by Fort Stanton to Rob Jagger's campground. And by the way, Rob Jagger's is going to be open the first or second week in October. And they've got like 27 sites with water and electric. That's what they told me. And we'll see. Will I be going there? I don't know, just for a little variety. I might do something like that every now and then. Good little campground. They cater to horse, you know, it's called an equestrian campground. So you get a lot of horses in there and stuff. So if you don't like the smell of horses and horse manure and hay and stuff like that, then it might not be a spot for you. Yeah, you turn right on 220 right here to go to Fort Stanton State Monument, and then on around past there to Rob Jagger's campground. Several RV parks out that way. Pretty drive here. There's pretty drive there too. And out that 220, Road 220, that goes by Fort Stanton, if you're a boondocker, you'll be in heaven. You know, you check with BLM, there's campsites all over that road, or all along it. There's probably 8 boondocking campgrounds on that road. There's another sign that says right lane ends, and also it says safety corridor, traffic fines doubled. You know, that's just to me, that's just a scam. I mean, come on, guys. I mean, if you're violating the law in any corridor, you know, don't double the fines. But they do that. But they do it in Texas too. They got signs that say safety corridor, fines doubled. And the fine, I don't know what a speeding ticket. Let's just say you were going 50 and a 40 or 50 and a 35. I wonder what that'd be, 200 bucks. And then your insurance goes up. Yeah, we'll get out here on turn on 37. We'll let it go a while. I mean, I'm just burning daylight. And slow down, Rusty. Yo. Mario Rusty here. Speeding right along. Well, I'm only going 50, but the road turns are for like 40. And naturally, I got somebody parked on my bumper in a Lincoln. Well, they can just park like they're not in a hurry. Down the mountain, run, boy, run. Devil's in the house of the rising sun. I got groceries in the back, so if you hear that noise, it's just my groceries rolling back and forth on these turns. Pretty out here on these mountains. I'm going to constipate on my driving a little bit. I mean, concentrate. Is this a windy mountain road? It is. If you think this is windy, get on the ones around Taos on the Enchanted Circle, or option 2, go into Colorado, get in Rocky Mountain National Park. Yeah, you'll see some switchbacks there. And the people that live in the area, of course, they know how to drive in the mountains and they're familiar with the road, and they want you to get the hell out of the way. This is Highway 37 right up here. We turn left and go to Nogales and Carrizozo. And the car that was right on my bumper, the Lincoln, are they turning? Sure. You know, there was a 50-50 chance they'd go straight. It is 22 miles to Carrizozo. We'll let this go a few more minutes and then I'll shut her down. It's a pretty drive. Rio Bonito is off to the left there. They have a campground up here on the left. It's right on the river. Rio Bonito basically just means pretty river. Little Pretty River, or Pretty Little River. Got me some green tea. Decaf. Even decaffeinated tea contains some caffeine, but it's very little. Is caffeine good or bad for you? I don't know. There's a debate about that. Nicotine, caffeine, and heroin. When I came up here, there was hardly any traffic. In fact, I only saw one car all the way to that intersection. But it looks like going back, I'm not going to be that lucky. Because I got that Lincoln parked up here. So we'll go a little more, guys. It's just a pretty drive, man. I mean, I don't know how the camera's picking it up. I hope good. And yeah, we're just going right through, just wind through the mountains here, man. And then we come out in the valley, and that's Carrizozo area. But I want to live here in these mountains. I did it in Cloudcroft. It's all right, man, but you know, to me, I prefer, even though that was a pretty view off that deck of that place I bought and sold, I prefer, for me, the view that I have now. I do. I like an unobstructed view of the sunrises, sunsets, thunderstorms off in the distance, northers when they come in the fall. I do. I enjoy that. I enjoyed it when I was a kid. We had a home on a farm up on a hill. Beautiful views. I mean, yeah, it was just, yeah, we'd sit out and watch northers roll in. You'd see those old blue northers, and then the wind would change. You get that fresh, I don't know, ozone smell or whatever it is, and it's just a really invigorating moment. I like to use words like invigorating. I can say them, but I can't spell them. Anyway, guys, this is Rusty78609. Hoping y'all are enjoying the drive that I'm fixing to end the video of. And on it goes, guys. As far as polishing the diamond, my new home base, number 4, I'm not going to do much now. And next spring, I'm not sure I'll do much either. You know, as far as building a tiny home inside of that garage, it depends. It just depends. If I can find somebody to do it for a reasonable cost, yeah, I'd probably do that. But anyway, guys, thumbs up. Carpe diem, adios, bye-bye. Buy anything you want, anytime. But if you think about it, use the link to Amazon products in the description of all of my videos. Why? Because it doesn't cost you a penny. You just click on the link in the description and go to Amazon, buy whatever you want. Drink plenty of water, stretch, walk, keep your health, you know. And here comes old Speedy. Now I'll let you see that Lincoln. They're from Arizona. Probably I don't know how much the Lincoln costs, but anyway, drink plenty of water, stretch, walk, stand guard at the door of your mind, keep your health, and enjoy your life one day or one moment at a time. Adios, amigos. Till next time.